Matheus Pereira, the return. Super excited for his return. Had an amazing debut. TKOing Sumit Bayan from India on one Friday, fights 42. This is a man who knows about sacrifice. He told us, having moved to Thailand, having to leave his family in Brazil, he will stay in Thailand as long as it takes to get that contract. And when we asked him what his game plan was today, he told us he does not want to grapple. He wants to hit and not get hit.
The thing with Pereira, who's a much more traditional, very good Muay Thai and kickboxing stylist, great striking that's powerful. He's also got submission victories to his name. So although he wants to duke it out with a little bit of range, he can also get it done on the ground, which makes him very dangerous. He said he's going to keep some distance, and probably a bit of keeping that distance is, a good tactic, especially with potentially unorthodox attacks coming from Khaliev. But as soon as he sees his moment, he wants the KO. He absolutely does not want this fight to go the distance.
Matheus Pereira making his return to one Friday fights. And if it's anything like his debut, this is going to be fireworks. As Pereira enters the one Lumpini ring to take his victories to 6.
Next is 3 5-minute rounds of lightweight MMA, presented to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, training out of Team Medizatu and Fight Club Ahmad. Representing Russia, Khasan and introducing opponent, out of the red corner, training out of Phuket Fight Club, holding an MMA record of 5-2. Representing Brazil, Matheus Pereira.
You both understand the rules. Let's keep this clean, keep it active. Obey my instructions at all times. Touch glove if you want, and back to your corner. Judge.
Referee Mohammed Sulaiman getting us started in our lightweight mixed martial arts battle. Khasan Khaliev in the red and black, and Matheus Pereira in the black trunks. Mitch Chilson alongside Achilles Raleigh and Brian McGrath here in Lumpini Stadium. These two athletes are fighting for a possible $100,000 contract and an invitation to the biggest stage in the world that could eventually lead to millions of dollars in one championship, the highest pinnacle on the planet. As the feeling out process begins, and Khaliev touches Pereira on the lead leg again.
Mitch, these are some big boys for the lightweight division. You can see Khaliev taking a very relaxed approach, trying to get a read on Pereira. He knows Pereira is known for getting an aggressive start. It's going to be really interesting to see how these two lock horns, and that was a nice body kick there from Pereira.
Ooh, that was a scorching left body kick from Pereira. Great technique. You can already see Khaliev, he's got that unorthodox position, that side-on stance. Now we're here in the clinch. You would think this is a bit more of a comfort zone for Pereira.
Khaliev does have 2 victories by submission, but they usually happen because he hurts them on the feet. They fall, and then he jumps on them to finish. He's a very accomplished kickboxer, but a beautiful leg catch right there to drag Pereira to the canvas. Now we get to see what the Muay Thai fighter like Pereira is like off of his back.
Let's go, action!
Yeah, that was beautiful timing on the catch there. Calm and composed, able to land one shot there from the close guard. Pereira,
short shot, looked like it hurt Khaliev. Pereira looking for the finish. Khaliev trying to dive in for another takedown. Good takedown defense from Pereira, as he able to dig the underhook and keep Khaliev off of his feet.
Good recovery from him. Pereira was unable to put him away. That was a very heavy grappling exchange. Immediately you can see both fighters getting to their feet, slowed down just a little bit, so they're going to need to take a few breaths here to recover.
Khaliev, yeah, taking his time here, getting that composure back, but he doesn't have a lot of time because Pereira is unleashing those mid kicks. And just like his shorts say, they're wicked, man. Holy cow.
Pereira wants this fight on the feet. Khaliev.
Incisive pass. Vinicius Jr. Alonso Bellingham.
Get his composure back here. He's not in harm's way. Kind of, yeah, get back in this fight.
Like Pereira was complaining about Khaliev possibly grabbing the ring ropes or his shorts. Let's go! Sulaiman says continue on. Oh, big right hand lands by Khaliev as Pereira was caught switching stances. Leg kick thrown by Khaliev as Pereira goes up top.
Khaliev found a nice home for that straight left on the counter to Pereira. Starting to get good distance with his striking there as he forces Pereira to turn his back. This is not a good position for Pereira to be in. You do never want to turn your back to your opponent in a fight, especially against someone like Khaliev. Pereira does well there to square up, but still not out of danger.
He spun around and is digging for the underhook. Pereira, said that he feels comfortable in the clinching range, trying the dump there. That'd be a good spot, too, for him to let some knees and elbows go.
Athletes breathing heavy here at the end of the first round. 15 seconds to go. It is what has been a back-and-forth battle in the first 5 minutes. The match will be judged as a whole. Think of it as one big round, not round by round. And the first 5 minutes comes to a close.
This is mixed martial arts, so you do have to be well versed in all the arts, whether that be kickboxing, striking, to takedowns and grappling, and then submissions on the ground. Yeah, you see the short elbows from the top from Pereira, shortly stunned his Russian opponent. But the counter on the punch there from Khaliev, he found that twice, Brian. It really was a nice clean shot.
A little bit unorthodox. That no motion right hand there was a nice right hand on the ground. Stepping through, throwing the rear hand like a lead. Very effective in finding a home on Pereira's chin.
Seconds out. Hey, wait, yeah, start off. Hey, watch.
Second round sets to start here at Lumpini Stadium. One Friday Fights is the platform for rising stars to really announce themselves to the world that they are the next superstar to enter one championship. And they can win a $100,000 contract, their ticket to the world's largest martial arts organization. Khaliev hunting early for that big right hand as Pereira circles to the power side of Khaliev.
Both of these fighters, big power in both their hands and their legs. Both of them have to be wary of the big shots. But that being said, you need to take a chance. If you want to make an impression here, if you want to win the hearts of the fans here, you need to take a risk.
You can see the differences in the stances here. Khaliev keeping the lead hand low, which is risky, but it makes the jab harder to see. It's down by his hip. Makes it harder for Pereira to pick it up. Pereira, you know, although when you have that low lead position, it makes your weight distribution different. So it's a good opportunity for Pereira to throw some low kicks.
We're seeing the different striking battle play out here. Khaliev, a three-time European kickboxing champion. Matheus Pereira, a WPMF Muay Thai champion. Pereira has over 80 pro Muay Thai fights in his native Brazil and also here in Thailand. Both these guys looking very comfortable on the feet as Khaliev lunges in with a big left hook.
Khaliev is starting to see success, managing his distance, starting to get his shots off. We need to see a game plan change for Pereira if he's going to start to get some momentum, because Khaliev is starting to look comfortable in there.
Khaliev does a good job of closing the gap with those quick punches, but he's eating some big shots right now in his forearms, and you can tell it's already hurting. Look at that right arm. It's swelling up, and that punch is going to continue to get weaker. And boy, I mean, with as big as these guys are and as hard as Pereira is kicking, that could break his arm.
Still looking for that right or that left body and head kick here in the second round as Khaliev is focused more on the hands and generating power from that lead left hook and that big right hand as he chooses to mix things up and go kick punch.
You can just hear the thuds as they collide up in the stands. These are really big shots. They're not game-ending shots yet. Either followed up with the right amount of commitment to try and finish their opponent yet. So interested to see how things progress here, mid-range in the second round.
Pereira doing a good job in this fight of checking those low kicks. Khaliev was throwing those early on down to the calf. Almost a takedown there, but he's blocking them well, and that's gonna discourage Khaliev from throwing those things. You know, Pereira also has this heavy middle kick. If he could just set it up a little bit more with a jab or a switch step or something, that's a great technique for him, and it really is wearing Khaliev's arm.
Typically, Pereira fights out of the orthodox stance, choosing to compete most of this fight out of the southpaw stance. I think he's seeing something there with that left high kick. Referee Mohamed Sulaiman wants him to be a little bit more active here in this second round as Pereira obliges and has picked up the pace.
They're both going to need to be much more active if either of them wants to get the finish. It could be so easy to get comfortable and think that you're in a sparring session here. But if you want to make your way up the ranks, if you want to impress the people here at Lumpini, if you want to impress the boss, Chadri Sijatong, you've got to go for broke here. You've got to give it everything. You can't leave anything if you leave that ring. You've got to give it your all.
Well, and Mitch, it's semantics, but I wouldn't call Pereira's kick a high kick. It's not targeting the head. I would call it a high middle kick. He's shooting above the elbow, trying to hit that arm.
Ties up inside the clinch, pulls down on the head, and Khaliev separates.
30 seconds left in the second round.
That one was a high kick. If you want to be semantics, that's fine, but that was a high kick to the head.
Just call him like I see him, Mitch.
Whatever kind of kick that was.
Another high kick. You want to keep that?
I would not like to take whatever kind of kick that was. So, high, low, I bet you that's going to hurt Khaliev in the morning.
Pereira spins to end the second round. Pereira's limping a little bit there. Back to the corner. Something in his leg is not feeling strong. Let's go to the replays and see how that second round played out.
Yeah, it must be from that low, mid, high range kick that they've been throwing. There you see it.
High kick! That was a high kick!
Well, I guess Khaliev is ducking a lot. So whether it starts off as a high kick, sometimes it lands low, but you know, either way, these attacks, they're accumulating, but haven't seen a near finish attempt yet from either of the two fighters.
Pereira could have hurt his leg with his own attacks, or it could be some of those calf kicks from Khaliev.
It's the final round, okay? Move back. Touch glove, move back.
Final
Let's go.
Third and final round. At this point in time, Achilles, who do you have up?
I would say that Pereira sticking to his game plan. He's connecting a lot with the kicks. He's looking active. But I would say that Khaliev has landed the cleaner shots so far.
Pereira trying to put combinations together in and out of the clinch. Choosing now to drift back into southpaw as Khaliev measures the distance. Oh, nice, beautiful check left, a right hook as Khaliev rushes in.
Khaliev's gonna need to do something different to open up Pereira. Pereira seems to be pushing forward at the start of this third round here. Nice high kick, just to keep Khaliev on the back foot. He senses some openings here, and he unleashes with some combinations.
Khaliev using that side kick a little bit to stop the forward pressure of Pereira. A little bit of a karate, taekwondo style technique there. It's hard to say. Pereira limped back to the corner in the last round, so maybe his leg could be injured, and that's going to shut down his kicking game for sure. He's got to find a different weapon to go to.
Khaliev looking for the single leg, not available. Good defense from Pereira. As Pereira continues to push forward, evading the shots and landing on his own.
Pereira definitely has a strong chin on him because he's taken some big shots from Khaliev. Once he starts to put the pressure on his Russian opponent, Khaliev immediately clinches up, tries to take him to the ground. A bit difficult for Pereira to try and find that knockout. This is mixed martial arts, and you have to mix in all the disciplines.
Some nice knees there from Pereira. He said he feels comfortable in the clinch. That was a nice exchange from him.
Pereira looking to go upstairs and attack the head as Khaliev dives to the canvas. Pereira sensing the end could be near. Big shot landed on the ground. Chooses to stand back up, go to the body. The grounding pound is heavy coming from Khaliev.
Pereira doing well to keep Khaliev on the ground. Gotta watch out on the transition up to the feet here.
Knees to the head of a grounded opponent are perfectly legal as Khaliev wraps up the legs and pulls Pereira to the ground.
He's just holding at this point as Pereira starts to pepper him with elbow shots to the side of the head. He's gonna need to get on his back here and get onto his feet, and a nice turn of the corner there to end up in a dominant position here in the mouth.
Oh, this could be Pereira's shot. Khaliev looks like he's hurt. Rear naked chokes a little bit high, but oh, Khaliev able to tough it out, pull the hand down, and end up on top with 100 seconds to go in the third and final round.
Yeah, Pereira did not have proper control with these hooks. But these two.
Big knee to the body. Khaliev looks hurt. Pereira tried to say that was enough, but Khaliev continues to fight with a big axe kick to the body of Khaliev as Pereira looks to get him out of there. Khaliev hanging on by a thread, jumps into the guillotine. The standing guillotine is on. Oh, and he gets the tap. Pereira found the finish. Matheus Pereira extends his win streak to 3-2 inside this very building. Big victory for Matheus Pereira.
Oh, definitely had to dig deep there to get the win.
Look at this, single leg Achilles.
Oh, right on the, and it was the fatigue from the battering that Khaliev took. He just did not have any energy anymore to defend any kind of choke, as Matheus Pereira took advantage of the situation and went for the finish.
Both these guys very big lightweights. Pereira, big shots in the standing positions on the ground. and then locking it up here with a nice guillotine choke to get the tap.
Let's go to Nara to get the official decision.
This match was presented to you by Monster Energy. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 minutes and 57 seconds in the third round, your referee has called a stop to this contest. Your winner, by way of